Good evening, everyone. Is anybody out there this evening? Thought I'd come on here and do a little chat with you, catch up on a few things, let you know what's going on. Is there anybody out there? Besides that one person I see. Hello, everyone. I know I didn't give notice of this, but I thought I'd just pop on here this evening and holler at you a minute or two, see how everybody's doing. If you don't mind, type it in. Well, there's my buddy Smokey. Hello, Smokey. I spent the day out in the river again today. Caught every red eye in Wolf Creek. Hello, John. Stepped in the water hole too deep. Of course, I wasn't filming anything today, so you don't get the good stuff until you step in the creek over your boots. You ever step in the creek over your boots, there, John or Smokey? Smokey, you all getting any rain over there now? Charles, have you seen where I've taken all them down, buddy? I had to take all my herbal videos down. Okay, John, I got you. Wisconsin. I got you. Well, fortunately, up here in Virginia, there the last couple of days it's been really humid, but it's been overcast, and we're supposed to start getting rain here just in a day or two. So we'll see what happens. We just have to take what the good Lord gives us. So, Charles, no, they don't like that kind of stuff, do they? They want to tell us what we can and can't do. And tax you to death while they're doing it. That's the sad thing about these people. Now, I did read an interesting thing there tonight on my news feed about Amazon getting ready to introduce the hand scanned purchasing in their food stores that they've got. So Amazon is going to be using people's hands, or I think their eye, to scan. You won't have to have no credit card or anything like that. Has any of you all else seen any of that stuff? Anybody else seen it? Good evening, Eleanor. How are you? That's usually what happens, Smokey. Somebody will flag your video because they've said something that you didn't like and you blocked them. You know how you can block them you can block them today. and then they can't comment anymore, but they can flag your video. You can flag any video you want now. It depends on what Google says. What YouTube says about it is whether or not they take your video down, which they've done several of my videos. They took a video down where I just made lead balls for a muzzle loader in in a campfire, and they said that was making ammunition. That was against the rules. Of course, they got my black powder one. Smokey, I know you remember that one of the biggest ones I had there. Yep, Tennessee Smoky, buddy. Amazon is getting ready to start that at their food stores. They have those stores where you can just walk in. There ain't nobody in there. You just go in there and pick up the stuff, and there's nobody in the store. But now they're going to start. The thing is, and we all know that this was going to happen. It's really a good idea, they're saying, is because you always losing that credit card or that debit card, but if you don't have to have one to make a purchase, then that's a good idea. That's what they're saying. This is just a really good idea. Yeah, I did appeal it, Smokey. You know what they said? You're still in violation. Well, John, that's what's going to happen, brother. They're going to do away with cash. That's what the whole point is. What it'll be is they'll be able to control how you buy, where you buy, by your political let's just say if you're a Republican and they don't like Republicans, they won't let you buy nothing there. It don't make any difference. You won't be able to do anything unless they allow you to do it, or vice versa. So it's all about control of the population, and that's certainly one way to do it. They did it in Canada last winter. The truckers struck and they just shut their bank accounts down and put them in jail. Hello, Jean. Yeah, since it's a free platform, they can basically cut your channel off if they want to. But make no mistake about it, they got me for 2.3 million views is what they got me for. So they were actually making way more money than I was on those videos. And that's one of the reasons I took them down, because the very little bit of money that I make on a video per month, as far as people watching that stuff, they make way more money on them things. So I thought, well, if you don't like this video, you're going to use that excuse to go find another one so that you can literally shut me down. So I just took them off, so they couldn't make any money on them either. But I noticed that money dropped way off on my YouTube channel, that's okay. I don't really care. But it all started mostly there, you all, when I started preaching. The YouTube, they let us do it because they it's our constitutional right to do that. But sooner or later, they'll probably cut my whole channel off. They'll find some reason to block my channel. Randy, I got a strike there on that stuff, and where I'd made a video about black salve, and somebody commented on that caused cancer. They said that pine tar causes cancer. And so when I went on there and looked, there was like dozens of videos on there about black salve. So, why did they select mine to take it down? So that's what they did. And when I appealed it, they said, no, you're in violation. You're in violation. So I think it's got something to do with it. Frank, did the bells just go off, period, on that channel? I think YouTube went on there and cut them off on purpose so that when I'm doing something, nobody sees that I'm doing it. Oh, you saying the bell disappeared? Well, Smokey, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, Frank. But like I said on a video, on that other video there the other day, if you have any questions about those things, you can still email me. And I know people have a whole lot of interest in that stuff. So, if anybody's got a plant that they want me to ID for them, I'll try to ID it. And I'll tell you what it's used for if I possibly can. Okay, Smokey. So they ain't turned yours off. I think people haven't paid attention to it, and then they don't get my video, and then it's because I think that YouTube, when it just went in there and turned them off. Because if you look at my page, I've got over 54,000 subscribers, but I'm lucky if I get 200 views on a video now. So I went ahead and changed the YouTube name again because of thinking about making these T-shirts I got on here, and the site that we went on to try to make them, they wouldn't make any T-shirts because they didn't like the name and thought it might be a copyright or close to a copyright, so they wouldn't do it. So I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to change it and be done with it and just go with the flow. Charles, wow. That's crazy. I don't really know you all why they do that. So what have y'all been doing? I've been fishing the last couple of days, just goofing off. Slaying red eyes. Frank, what was you doing? Hoeing in the garden today? You got your brain fried? Busy in the garden, hoeing corn. Lord have mercy. That stuff's too tall to hoe now, ain't it, Frank? Janine, you should get if you've got the bell turned on, it should bring them up for you. Oh, okay, you got that. What is it, Frank? That there sweet corn? Man, it's too hot to be burning stuff right now, Larry. I got you, Frank. I used to grow that stuff. That's some really good corn too. Silver Queen. Gina, I forgot where you're at with the deer and the elk. Where are you at anyway? We got lots of deer here. There ain't no doubt about that. Oh, you're in Washington State. Well, no wonder you in the good hunting country. Way out in Washington State. I was in the 82nd Airborne with a couple of fellers from the state of Washington. One was named Dean Scott Running. Dean Running was his name. And the other one was Sergeant Barney Rose, Barnaby Rose from Seattle, Washington. The other fellow was from Granite Falls, Washington, Janine. Dean Scott Running. Kettle Falls, Washington. I've heard of that. Oh, before I forget it, you all, if you haven't checked out Uncle Sasquatch's channel, that knife that me and him got together and made, he's already got a video about how you can get a chance to win the knife. So if you'll go to his channel and check his channel out, that's Uncle Sasquatch Outdoors, you will see that he's got a video up there that tells you how to get a chance on winning that knife that me and him got together and made. I've still got that Ford Ranger, Smokey. Not the red one, but the black one. Actually, Smokey, it's a Mazda, but it's the same thing as a Ford Ranger. I sold that red one. Yep, they sure do. This one was rusted to pieces and it was still going. Down on the Greenbrier River. Man, I love the Greenbrier River. Whereabouts down on the Greenbrier was you? Used to have an old friend down there right up on 12, right past where the, oh shoot, right there where the state garage is. Used to have an old friend that lived down in there and had a place right on the river. Oh, you're on the Ronceverte side. Okay. Love to fish on the Greenbrier. And I ain't done it in years either, since my buddies passed away. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So I don't know if Uncle Sasquatch is popping in there tonight or not. I don't see him typing anything in, but like I say, if you all want a chance to win that knife, I made the blade for him, and I sent it to him, and he put the handles on it. It looked really nice too. He did a really nice job on it. So be sure you check his channel out there, Uncle Sasquatch Outdoors, so you can get a chance to win that. Maybe you'll win that knife me and him got together and made. So I will tell you, I'll be slowing down for about 6 weeks. Lord, that's 1998. That's an old one there, Tennessee Smoky. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, thanks, Larry. That's one of my secret hideouts there. I just found that in there yesterday. like I say, I will be slowing down there for a few weeks. 350,000 miles. Wow. It's a bunch of miles. My wife will be having her other knee operated on here next week. And I appreciate you folks if you'd pray for her. She goes through this surgery. It's a hard surgery. It's worth doing, I think, because when you got bone on bone problems, you just in pain all the time anyway. So once you get through that 6 weeks of surgery and you get well, then it works out pretty good. So, like I say, if you don't see videos or anything, it's because I'm taking care of Miss Libby, who will be having that knee operated on next week. But I will be preaching on Sundays, okay? I will be doing my Sunday 10 o'clock, the Lord's willing. Do that till YouTube shuts me completely down. Well, what kind of deer rifle do you have, Larry? On my old 3030, I used to have a open power 6 on it, just a straight open, wide open 6 power. And it really, 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 I could really see really good through it and bust a big old deer. Appreciate it, Smokey. I'm sure glad you're feeling better, brother. You had it done yet, Eleanor? Or are you still hanging on? Oh, you got that. Yeah, 308. That's a good gun. It's a very powerful scope, too. I got you, Smokey. I did used to know some people that did that at home. Oh, you don't have a scope yet. Okay. Well, was the squirrels cutting them, Frank, or is just they just fall off the trees? I noticed that up on the mountain there the other day too. They'll start cutting them things early because with squirrel season opened up next month. Well, that's a possibility too. Were they full, Frank? Were they big nuts or just little old big as your thumb things? Amen, Smokey. He sure is, brother. Got that grandbaby out there. I got you, Frank. You just wait. Mine's been my grandson, man. It's hard to keep up that boy. He ain't but 2 years, a little over 2 years old. I got you. Yes, sir. Hey, Larry, we do have those up here, buddy. We sure do. I saw you ask me that the other day, I think. Yeah, we do have sawtooth oaks. Hey, Smokey, them boots, hang on there a second. I'll show you. They're Hysia boots. That's what they are. You remember you could get them for 20% off, but now I don't think that's good anymore. But I was wearing them in that video there the other day when I was up in the woods because, man, where I was at, that's big time rattlesnake country. Not in particular, Larry. They don't. Now I do have some Rocky boots too, Smokey, that I wear, leather ones. But now them things, for as much as I paid for Rocky boots, they're not really comfortable at all. Kim, we just having a discussion here tonight. I'm not preaching this evening. Yeah, them Hysia boots are really, really good boots for the price. Now, they're rubber boots, but they make all kind of different things. I had on the chest waders today, and when I didn't get wet with the chest waders on, boy, when I got out of the river today, I was soaking wet from just sweat. I started just feeling just a little bit sickly because I stood out there in the sun so long in the river that I just got too hot. I know you people know how that happens. Well, praise the Lord, Kim. I'm glad. Size 6. That's a little bitty foot, Larry. Like I say, I bought a pair of Rockies a couple years ago, and they're not comfortable at all. And they're hunting boots, but I had to get some insoles and put in them and all that good stuff because they literally murdered my feet. And there's nothing worse than an old pair of hunting boots, and you all watch me. I go to the big mountains. I'm not in the foothills. Huh. Danner, yeah, I've seen them boots. I've never bought a pair of them though. Where'd you get them? Where'd you get them boots at, Larry? Did you order them online? That's the problem if you order you a pair of shoes online. I'd say they do. Where I used to work, they'd give you a pair of boots every year, and you got to pick the pair you wanted. And oh shoot, I can't remember the ones that I used to pick. They're really good boots. Might think about it there in a minute. I ain't discouraged about nothing, Randy. I'm not discouraged. Oh, okay, I got you. I see. Yeah, we got a sportsman's warehouse right down here in Roanoke, there, Tennessee Smoky. Red Wing. Ain't that the truth? I started to order something here the other day, and I forget what it was. It's something for hunting. And my wife, she went online there and was going to buy it for me. She said, "Did you know the shipping is as much as what the item is?" And I said, "Well, I can drive up to Charleston, West Virginia, and go to Cabela's. So, that's what I'll do. Or I'll drive down to Bristol, Virginia, and go to the Bass Pro Shop store." Yep, they kill you on that shipping. You go down there, Frank, a lot to that Bristol store. You remember we had Cabela's there in Bristol, Frank, and they said they wasn't going to close it down until Bass Pro Shops bought it, and sure enough, they closed that store down. Now you got to pay that tax over on the Tennessee side. What'd you do down there, Frank? Did you just have you a horse farm, or did you raise something there? You just have you hunting land? Oh, Tennessee Smoky, yeah. That's the boots that I used to pick out when they give me free ones at work. Georgia boots. They were comfortable, really comfortable. Because I spent 10 and 12 hours a day on my feet for over 20 years. Oh, I got you. Okay. Thank you for stopping in tonight there, brother. Be careful down on the river. I know it's a little bit late anyway. Anyway, I thought I'd just jump in here tonight and holler at you a minute. Hadn't seen you there in a day or two. Sorry, Eleanor. That's bad stuff when you fall and break them bones up, and then they got to put screws and stuff like that in them. Only place in Kentucky that I've ever been to there for any length of time is over at Fort Boonesboro. Daniel Boone, one of my childhood heroes. So I like to go over at Fort Boonesboro every once in a while. I ain't been over in a while. That reminds me, I need to go over there. You ever been there, Frank? Fort Boonesboro? You'd really like it if you haven't been there. See all them guns? They actually got a gun maker in there. Makes them flintlock rifles, really nice looking guns. And woodworking and a blacksmith. I sure learned a lot from that blacksmith just standing there watching the dude. You know, you can glean a lot from watching somebody if you'll just pay attention. Yep, you should make it a point there to goof off, Frank, and just go over one time and to Fort Boonesboro and check that place out. Like I say, that blacksmith, he was really a super good instructor because they'll let you walk right in there and talk to him. I just walked right up to him, started talking to him, and just said, "Hey, dude, can you weld in that old forge right there?" And he just grabbed something up and started doing his thing and welded me up a ring there and handed it to me. Hello, Terry. I never been to Williamsburg, Frank. I need to go down there sometime. Yeah. Good night, Kim. All right, you all. I'm gonna get out of here. I really appreciate you hopping in there with me this evening. Take care. God bless you now. Good evening, Smokey. Good evening, Frank. Good evening, Terry. And Eleanor, I hope you get them knees fixed pretty soon, girl. Let me know if you need anything, needing help. Good night, you all.